Hello and welcome to this analysis. Now, again, today's video I'm covering various sectors, and so that one can look for a direction move in their stocks accordingly. Now, in the previous sector analysis video, which I had done on November 16th, let's do an update of that first. So, I covered Nifty Junior that time also, and we know how it's done. Nifty Junior has been covered today also on 16th November. We've had a nice steady rise from there. I had covered CNX IT index also, again covering that today again, but I had got it wrong. Last time I had expected it to take a dip, but it did not. I covered mid cap select index, which has done profound superbly well. Commodity index, which had also done well. A link to that video is also there in the description box. You can check it out. I covered energy and pharma index also. They have also bounced back, but the move so far in both the energy and the pharma sector is quite shallow compared to what we have seen across the other sectors. And I'd also covered the infrastructure index, which has done also quite decently well compared to, yes, pharma and energy. So now let's cover what lies ahead for the following ones, which I'm covering today. Once again, the Nifty Junior, this time Bank Nifty, the IT index again, Nifty oil and gas in this time instead of the energy sector, and this time CNX Reality, the Reality index. And let's see in my reading what looks forward. So starting with the Nifty Junior, let's have a look at the monthly, and you can see good bounce so far in December. We just 2 weeks into December. Weekly has managed to, now in the last 2 weeks, go and sustain above the baseline. It spent 2 weeks below the Ichimoku baseline in the weekly. From there, we've seen a nice jump from there, sustained above it. Can it hold this level going forward? Is the most important question for that, and that baseline is at 71,800 odd levels. Let's have a look at the daily inside the Ichimoku cloud. Quite a volatile area when it becomes, and that was the thing, on Friday, which we saw how the market behaved. Now, going forward, there's a extremely important support at 71,500, which is almost near the Friday low. And if it breaks, then there is could be some trouble for the junior Nifty index, would come down to 69, 70,000, maybe even cover this gap. That would suggest that this entire move that we have seen out here from, is a lower high and resumption of another corrective ABC, a C wave down, which would be a 5 wave, could take place. Or, if it consolidates in this zone 71,500 till 73,000 or 74, and then tries to push its way up, we could say yes, there is another wave unfolding, maybe a C of B wave like this. The This 5 wave down should ideally see the index not cross above 76,000. What you call also maximum 77 should give up in that zone. There is no mandatory rule for that, but ideally a lower high near 76,000 is what possible could happen. And we could see some pullback if it manages to trade above this 76 to 77. Then it has the potential to hit all the way to 78,000 to 80,000, which would suggest a new high. Then maybe we'll have to review again whether this is an expanded B, or this count of mine of a phi down is an actually an ABC. So we'll review it accordingly with time. For now, I will keep 76,000 as a big resistance. Failure to hold 71,500 would mean bad for the index, at least in the short term, from that point of view. Now let's have a look at the Bank Nifty. Phenomenal candle on a Friday. Huge recovery. Sharp, extreme sharp madness, complete madness. Let's start with the monthly steady growth taking place. Bank Nifty, one should keep in mind, right throughout 2024 and a good part of 2023 was an underperformer to the Nifty, as other sectors, IT and many other sectors, did much better than the bank index. And now slowly you can see bank Nifty trying to push its way up. It's trying to make another new high out here. Still some time to go, but it's doing much better than the other indices right now. If I look at the daily out here now, interestingly, if I just show you this plot out here, if we hold 52,300 odd levels, this is an important level. Again, the Friday low is very crucial here. If it fails to hold, then this gap area at 51,700 to 51,000 is there, and then straight away plunges down. But coincidentally, this looks like Ichimoku expanding wave formation taking place out here, which can go all the way to 55,000, where I have a bearish harmonic alt shark. Even above that possibility could take place if we respect this trend line of an expanding uh, Ichimoku triangle formation Y wave taking place, which is around 55,600. Now, December 5th turned out to be a turn date for the bank Nifty. If it starts sustaining above the high of December 5th, which is 53,888, ideally a close above that is what would trigger and further up move. Then we are probably looking at that upstage move on the upside. This was a turn date. Ever since it's failed, but it has done its pullback of the turn date. The next turn date which I have in bank Nifty is on the December 20th, and then sometime in mid Jan odd. So 20th December is what I will be looking for, whether it can manage to break above that wall before that or on that date, after that date. So we'll keep this level 53,888 as an important level, and on the downside 52,300 is, maybe, max to max 52,000 is what I will be, from a long perspective, be worried if that breaks on the downside. Now let's have a look at the IT index. IT, as I said, I had gone wrong in my reading. I had expected this level out here to see a much deeper pullback, but no, market had all other ideas and it just took off from there. Let's have a look at the monthly, doing superbly well. Uh, Weekly is also classic example of just taking off from here. Now in the daily, my reading is slightly, it's quite bullish, in the sense that from the 4th November lows, I'm looking at a five wave structure unfolding with an extended third wave out here. Uh, I don't know whether I should consider the Friday high right now as a third wave end. If that is the possibility that the third has ended there, then we could see a small pullback to 45,000, or maybe that happened on Friday itself, the Friday low, or test that level of 45 once again, and then push its way towards 47 odd. Then again a pullback with a intermediate wave 4, and then a final target on the upside towards 49,000. This is my expected uh, path, which I expect the bank Nifty to take, something like this, and complete this wave. This third wave, if it continues to project up, it can still move up, then one dip, then again a move, and like that could happen. But so far, it looks like something of this kind of a move would could take place in the IT index. So a lot of steam still in my reading in the IT index is there. The view would go wrong in this wave count if it slips below 44,300. Anything below 44,300, then this count of mine is wrong. Then I would be looking for a pullback into this breakout zone of 42,500. Till then, I'll continue to look at this as a possible uh, upside path. Now let's have a look at the Nifty oil and gas index. Now, last in 16 November video, I'd covered Nifty energy, which has got even the power sector stocks. This is oil and gas purely. The leader of both the indexes is Reliance with a heavy weight. This one is exclusively oil and gas stocks, so more uh, concentrated to that sector. And here you can see monthly fantastic bounce in November from these lows. Now let's have a look at the weekly from the Ichimoku. Inside the Ichimoku cloud, managed to bounce back and now trying to get out of a huge bullish cloud, trying to push its way up here. Let's look at the daily. Looks like a pullback, which is if we continue to rally, holding Friday's low out here, then I would call this a higher low structure with potential for a lot more. Now, interestingly, out here in the weekly, if I just, this is how I am projecting it currently. So, for my reading, this entire fall from September is a wave 4 down move. It stopped exactly around the 50% retracement of the third wave. One, two, three, and this fall looks like an ABC structure to me. Doesn't look like a five wave down. Looks like an ABC, and this could be the start of the fifth wave uh, in a higher time frame, which could push its way up to 14,000 odd levels. Of course, it could also go wrong. We could see a pullback and a fall again in it. But ideally, my wave count would suggest that it has got the potential to go up. Now, is it a fourth wave? If this was not an ABC and this is a one, two, three, with this being a fourth and a fifth down, then to confirm that part of the index, whether it is that one can wait for 11,800 to be taken out. Above 11,800, I don't think this would be a wave 4. It would be something bigger, maybe a B wave, or maybe a part of the impulse, in which we can review later also. So 11,800 is what I would be looking for. More aggression on the upside, I would still be bullish on it in the current context of the market also. Again, in this case, my view would go wrong if it starts slipping below 10,500. It fails to take out any level and just slips below 10,500, then we have a deeper cut probably coming, or maybe till 9,500 or not. Could be a big player for the 2025, if my reading is going right. So maybe some pause around this level of 12,300, push its way something and do something like this. But this can be reviewed later. One can keep these outlooks in mind when projecting for the oil and gas stocks in particular. Now, the last one is the reality index. Reality index has actually done tremendously well. It's a star performer, done quietly, mainly led by DLF and the several of the non-FNO reality stocks, which have done exceptionally well and keeps pushing its way. But you have to largely give credit to the thing that they are coming after a very, very long period of downtrend. So you can see from here 2007 till all the way 2016, and maybe even till the pandemic low. So that's a 13-year correction which has erupted and doing phenomenally well out here. Weekly also doing, there's a bearish TK crossover, but it's managed to push over it. Bearish TK crossovers above the cloud, especially after a cloud bounce, have less impact, but nevertheless, if it takes out 11,150, it continues on the uptrend move. Now out here, if I go to the daily time frame and I show you the bounce from the 13th of November low. Remember, Nifty made a bottom around November 21st. This one did much before that. Like I said, it's an exceptionally strong index. Was on a bullish harmonic butterfly, and from there we've seen a strong push. Now that push on 11th made a bearish harmonic reciprocal ABCD pattern. This ABCD pattern has already done its minimum job of pullback till Friday low of 11,060. If it fails to take out 11,000, or say 10,000, 1,000, so 11,000, 1,100, then it could see some more consolidation towards 11,050 to maybe 11,030, 40, which is the Ichimoku solid base formation out here. So pullbacks would be interesting to see how this index plays out here. If they were above 1100, we are looking at 1140, maybe another ATH pushing its way, because like I said, it is among the strongest of the indices right now in our market, mainly led by DLF and all the small ones. Now, I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. A disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This video is purely based on the study of Ichimoku, harmonics, and Elliott wave, and as for educational purposes. Please do your research thoroughly before taking a decision on your trading and investing, and always manage your risk. Until then, happy investing and happy trading.